Question 1. The underlying principle of a successful ERM strategy in hospitality lies in its ability to translate data into meaningful guest experiences. Esther Gonzalez, a housekeeping director at a luxury hotel, recently received access to a ERM platform that aggregates guest preferences, past feedback, and stay patterns. One returning guest, Tanaka, previously expressed dissatisfaction with the room's fragrance and requested hypoallergenic bedding. Upon reviewing her profile before her next visit, Esther Gonzalez considers updating the room's setup but wonders whether this qualifies as overreach. What is the most appropriate course of action Esther Gonzalez should take to demonstrate CRM best practices? A. Contact Tanaka in advance to reconfirm her past preferences before acting. B. Rely on the front desk to relay all personalized requests since housekeeping isn't customer-facing. C. Update the room setup as per her preferences without reconfirmation to ensure surprise delight. D. Raise the issue in staff meeting for team awareness but take no further personal action. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. ERM in hospitality is about proactively responding to guest preferences to enhance loyalty and satisfaction. Kotler et al. 2017. Contacting Tanaka demonstrates a balance between personalization and privacy, ensuring preferences are current and desired. Acting without confirmation. Option C. Risks incorrect assumptions, violating ethical marketing norms. American Marketing Association Code of Ethics. Option B. Reflects poor cross-departmental communication. Option D. Lacks timeliness and direct action. Hospitality ERMs governed by Data Protection Law (EDOEA), requiring careful use of stored information. Question 2. To determine whether a recent paid Instagram campaign contributed to an uptick in direct bookings, a resort manager must employ proper attribution modeling. Which of the following best represents a multi-touch attribution model in hospitality analytics? A. Assigning full credit to the first channel the guest interacted with. B. Splitting credit equally among all marketing touchpoints in the customer journey. C. Assigning full value to the last marketing interaction before conversion. D. Ignoring marketing channels and attributing conversions only to seasonal demand. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Multi-touch attribution distributes credit across all marketing touchpoints. Google Analytics Academy 2023. Option B. Reflects the linear multi-touch model often used to analyze customer behavior across social media, email, and direct search. First touch CHHE and last touch C models are useful but overly simplistic. Seasonal trends D matter but are external, not marketing control. Attribution modeling aligns with ROI analysis under the CHHE marketing analytics framework, where decisions should be evidence-driven and not anecdotal. Question 3. During the process of planning a new cleaning package for VIP Suites, Olivera, an executive housekeeper, struggles to market the added value of peace of mind through enhanced sanitation practices. What is the most strategic approach she should adopt to overcome the intangibility characteristic of the service? A. Emphasize physical features like eco-friendly supplies instead of feelings. B. Showcase staff training, certifications, and sanitation protocols as proof. C. Reduce service pricing to emphasize affordability over experience. D. Focus on upselling unrelated amenities like spa treatments. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Intangibility means services can't be seen or touched before consumption. Lovelock and Wirtz, 2016. Option B mitigates this by tangibilizing the intangible through visible proof of quality. Documented processes and trained staff increase trust. Physical supplies A are helpful but secondary to perceived safety. Lowering price C reduces perceived value and brand positioning. Upselling unrelated services D distracts from the core concern. CHHE guidelines encourage aligning operational transparency with guest perceptions. Question 4. Given the circumstances, a boutique hotel in a mountainous area is facing occupancy drops in off-seasons. Patel, the marketing manager, proposes targeting remote workers as a new market segment due to the rise of work from anywhere trends. Which factors should Patel prioritize to ensure the segment is actionable and profitable? A. The number of influencers willing to promote the destination. B. The level of wire reliability and co-working space availability. C. The proximity to ski slopes and outdoor adventure parks. D. The overall national average income of remote workers. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. For a segment to be actionable, the business must be able to design effective programs to attract and serve it. Kotler's SDP model, reliable internet and workspace, directly address remote workers' needs, making B. the most relevant influencers. A. And ski attractions. C. are marketing tools but don't meet functional needs. National income data. D. is too generalized and may not reflect niche behavior. CHE market segmentation strategies recommend targeting based on behavioral and situational fit. Question 5. Throughout the course of rebranding efforts, Mr. Alvarez wants to position his three-star hotel as a sustainable and wellness-forward accommodation. However, he fears it may be perceived as inconsistent with the existing budget-friendly image. What is the most effective strategic action Mr. Alvarez should take to reposition the brand successfully? A. Introduce luxury spa services immediately to reflect the new vision. B. Gradually implement wellness offerings and communicate through storytelling. C. Increase pricing first to create a perception of higher quality. D. Adopt a completely new brand name and abandon the old identity. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Gradual repositioning allows existing loyal customers to adapt while attracting a new segment. Storytelling, such as staff wellness stories or guest testimonials, is powerful branding tool. Ocker 2010 sudden introduction of luxury can cause confusion. Price hikes C before perceived value is understood will alienate the current base. Full rebrand. D is costly and risky unless brand equity is a damaged. CHE branding best practices advocate consistency, authenticity, and narrative-driven positioning. Question 6. With the advent of voice search and mobile optimization, digital visibility strategies are evolving. Is Ken, the marketing coordinator, needs to improve the hotel's organic search performance. Which SEO tactic is most critical to address this new trend? A. Purchase more backlinks from travel blogs. B. Optimize for long-tail conversational keywords and local listings. C. Focus solely on HTML meta descriptions. D. Post daily on social media to increase shares. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Voice and mobile searches are natural language driven and hyperlocal. Optimizing for long-tail keywords like pet-friendly hotel near Lake Tahoe with free parking ensures better alignment with queries. Local SEO via Google My Business also matters. Backlinks, a secondary and risky if bought, violates Google's spam policies. Meta tags, C, are helpful but not sufficient. Social posting, D, is more relevant to engagement and SEO ranking. EHE digital strategies recommend adapting to algorithm shifts and user intent. Question 7. Illustrated by Esther Benoit, a housekeeping supervisor who receives a formal complaint that a guest's room smelled of chemical cleaner. The hotel must respond to ensure service recovery and maintain satisfaction scores. What should be Esther Benoit's first step to resolve the complaint effectively and uphold service excellence? A. Inform the general manager and file report without engaging the guest. B. Compensate the guest with free night and skip investigation. C. Personally contact the guest, apologize, and offer immediate corrective service. D. Reassign the guest to another room without any explanation. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Effective complaint handling requires prompt, empathetic, and personalized responses. Zarthama et al. 2020. Option C demonstrates active listening, accountability, and resolution. Key parts of the service recovery paradox. Skipping guest engagement. A. D increases dissatisfaction. Compensation without understanding. B is financially risky and doesn't address root cause. Best practices stress direct service recovery actions and feedback loop closures. Question 8. A critical examination of eco-labels has raised concerns about greenwashing in hospitality marketing. Is Roman, the executive housekeeper, wants to promote their eco-linen reuse program but is unsure how to avoid misleading claims. Which marketing approach ensures ethical sustainability communication? A. Use vague terms like eco-friendly without details to appeal broadly. B. Highlight third-party certifications and measurable outcomes. C. Rely on in-room signage alone without other supporting campaigns. D. Focus on emotional appeals rather than data when marketing. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Ethical marketing requires transparency and verifiability. Third-party certifications, e.g. Green Key, LEED, ensure credibility and compliance with FTC Green Guides. Option B aligns at CHHE sustainability principles. Vague terms A constitute greenwashing. Signage. C lacks reach and impact. Emotional appeals. D can backfire if unsubstantiated. Ethical marketing also aligns with ISO 14001 environmental standards. Question 9. In a modern context of KPI-driven decision-making, Mr. Wallace is trying to evaluate a recent marketing campaign's effectiveness but is unsure what API best reflects actual revenue outcomes. Which API is most appropriate for this purpose? A. Website bounce rate. B. Social media likes and shares. C. Return on marketing investment, ROMI. D. Email open rates. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. ROMI measures the financial return generated from marketing spend and is directly tied to business impact. Bounce rate A reflects site engagement, not revenue. Social shares B and open rates D are vanity metrics without clear monetary links. CHHE curriculum emphasizes ROI and ROMI as essential marketing KPIs for budget justification and strategic alignment. Question 10. Research indicates that while influencer marketing is rising in hospitality, its ROI is difficult to track. Is Deng partners with a travel influencer with 1 meter followers offering a free 3-night stay in exchange for promotion. Bookings increased, but attribution was unclear. How should Deng evaluate the effectiveness of this partnership? A. Compare room occupancy rates before and after the influencer's visit. B. Track bookings using unique promo code or affiliate link. C. Analyze the influencer's number of likes and comments only. D. Ask the influencer to share guest feedback directly. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Using trackable promo codes or some links enables direct measurement of conversions from influencer efforts. Aligning with performance-based marketing principles, e.g. HubSpot 2023. Room occupancy A is confounded by other factors like comments. C. Reflect engagement but not conversions. Direct feedback. D. May be biased and anecdotal. CHHE digital strategies emphasize trackability and accountability in partnership marketing. Question 11. By evaluating patterns in weekend versus weekday occupancy, Mr. Ibrahim notices a persistent decline in Friday bookings despite consistent demand on Saturdays. As the Director of Housekeeping, he's asked to provide input on how to adjust service delivery costs without compromising standards. What approach best aligns with strategic revenue management while optimizing operational efficiency? A. Increase housekeeping staffing uniformly throughout the weekend. B. Offer guests a Friday night-only discount with mandatory opt-out of daily cleaning. C. Raise Friday rates to signal exclusivity and test demand elasticity. D. Outsource Friday housekeeping fully to reduce internal labor strain. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Option B. Leverages value-based pricing and integrates sustainability. G. Opt out of cleaning while improving margin. Revenue strategies emphasize matching pricing to perceived value and operational cost containment. Raising rates. C. May suppress demand further. Staffing uniformly. A. Increases costs unnecessarily. Outsourcing. D. Introduces quality control risks and contradicts brand consistency if not carefully managed. Aligning dynamic pricing with operational tactics is key in CHHE methodology. Question 12. The growing trend in user-generated content has prompted Ndilavu, a marketing specialist, to encourage guests to share their housekeeping experience on social platforms. However, some posts have inconsistently represented brand cleanliness standards. How can she best balance authenticity with brand control? A. Ban guests from tagging the hotel in photos involving housekeeping. B. Encourage UGG through branded hashtags and provide clear posting guidelines. C. Only allow content approved by management to appear on social pages. D. Pay influencers to create staged but sanitized guest experience posts. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. UGG boosts engagement and trust but needs soft boundaries. Option B ensures brand alignment without restricting authenticity. Following Hospitality Digital Marketing Association (HMI) best practices, banning or censoring posts they see erodes transparency. Staged influencer content (D) risks backlash and violates FTC disclosure regulations if not properly labeled. The CHE guidelines emphasize ethical, collaborative storytelling that enhances guest trust. Question 13. In light of recent developments, Isleone is experiencing staff shortages in housekeeping and seeks marketing's help in creating talent attraction campaign. Feedback shows potential employees prioritize work-life balance over pay alone. Which campaign strategy is most aligned with evolving employee expectations? A. Emphasize weekend availability and flexible overtime opportunities. B. Highlight health insurance but exclude benefits for part-time workers. C. Share employee testimonials and spotlight schedule flexibility. D. Focus solely on signing bonuses and free uniforms. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Modern hospitality employment branding must emphasize employee-centric values including schedule autonomy and workplace culture. OLA 2023 Workforce Insights. Testimonials humanize the brand and foster trust. Bonuses, D, and insurance, B, matter, but won't attract Gen Z millennial workers unless paired with emotional value. Overemphasis on overtime, A, may deter quality applicants. CHE standards promote inclusive marketing that resonates with internal and external stakeholders alike. Question 14. Among the various boutique hotels in the historic district, Ister Singh wants to differentiate his property based on superior cleanliness and housekeeping personalization. However, nearby competitors also boast high ratings. What unique differentiator should Ister Singh promote to effectively stand out? A. Implement a scent bar for guests to customize in-room fragrances. B. Adopt strict uniform-only housekeeping policy to boost perceived professionalism. C. Offer daily room checks regardless of guest preference. D. Reduce housekeeping costs and pass savings to guests. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. The scent bar concept creates experiential differentiation. The CHHE principle where emotional triggers like scent memory build brand identity. Option B enhances professionalism but not uniqueness. Daily room checks. C. May breach guest privacy, violate GDR and OLA privacy recommendations. Cost reduction. D. Risk service quality. CHH encourages innovation through guest-centric customization without operational inefficiencies. Question 15. Taking into account email performance data, is Turner, a hotel marketing analyst, sees that housekeeping-related surveys in follow-up emails get the lowest open rates. However, post-stay engagement is vital for reputation management. What revision would most likely improve guest response? A. Send the email at checkout with a generic subject like rate your stay. B. Include personalized details in subject lines and send 1 to 24 hours post-checkout. C. A DFS of cleaning protocols to emphasize transparency. D. Resend the same email every 12 hours until open. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Personalization in subject lines improves open rates by up to 50%. Campaign Monitor 2022. Timing is also critical. Guests are more likely to engage post-departure after travel fatigue subsides. PDFS. C. Feel impersonal and spammy. Oversending. D. Risk spam filters and violates can spam at an EDU. Rate your stay. A. Is vague and doesn't drive engagement. EHE. Digital communications must blend relevance, timing, and personalization. Question 16. When faced with budget limitations, Mr. Delgado must prioritize SEM channels for a limited-time housekeeping discount campaign. He can only afford one ad group strategy. Which SEM tactic should he choose to maximize conversion potential? A. Bid on broad match keywords like hotels and rooms. B. Use branded keywords for competitors to capture traffic. C. Target long-tail, intent-based keywords like a clean, allergy-friendly hotel nick. D. Focus solely on negative keywords to prevent wasted clicks. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Long-tail keywords with high intent lead to higher conversion and lower cost per click. EPC. Google Ads best practices. Option C aligns perfectly with guests seeking specific housekeeping features. Broad keywords, they waste budget. competitor bidding. B. May violate trademark policies. Negative keywords. D. Help but aren't. A standalone strategy. CHHE strategies emphasize precision targeting and budget efficiency. Question 17. Demonstrated by guest surveys, Istokata notices that guests rate their stay poorly if the bathroom cleanliness isn't up to their expectations. Even when other areas are immaculate, he wants to better understand this bias, which cognitive principle best explains this consumer behavior. The recency effect. B. The halo effect. C. Loss aversion. D. The negativity bias. Answer. Correct answer. D. Explanation. Negativity bias refers to guests placing more weight on negative experiences, even if positives are more numerous. Baumeister et al. 2001. A dirty bathroom can overshadow overall cleanliness. The halo effect. B is opposite, where positives dominate perception. Recency applies to final experiences, not isolated ones. Loss aversion. C focuses on financial or emotional loss. Sensory disgust. CHE's training includes managing guest emotional responses to avoid disproportionate dissatisfaction. Question 18. During the process of pandemic recovery, ISWAN manages a marketing campaign to assure guests of enhanced sanitation. Unfortunately, an unverified online review claims mold in rooms. What is the best first step to mitigate reputational damage while aligning with EHH practices? A. Delete the review immediately and deny the allegation publicly. B. Respond publicly, apologize, and offer direct offline resolution. C. Launch a new campaign showcasing the latest cleanliness protocols. D. Ignore the review unless it gains media attention. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. EHH crisis communication principles. E.g. Coombs situational crisis communication theory emphasize transparency, empathy, and resolution. Public acknowledgement shows accountability, while offline resolution protects privacy. Deletion A appears defensive. Ignoring D escalates mistrust. A new campaign C may seem like deflection unless coordinated with resolution. Trust repair depends. Swift, authentic response. Question 19. To illustrate this point, Istradibeo realizes guests often abandon booking when viewing photos of rooms, even though reviews are positive. After testing, he notices the page takes 9 seconds to load. Which action would most improve booking conversion rates? A. Replace images with text-based descriptions. B. Use compressed, optimized images for faster loading and quality visuals. C. Move room images to a separate page. D. Disable mobile access to the booking page to reduce traffic load. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Page speed is a core component of Google's core web vitals and directly impacts user experience and conversion. Option B. Improves performance without losing visual appeal. Text only. A. Removes emotional triggers. Segregated images. C. Reduce usability. Disabling mobile access. D. Violates responsive design standards and alienates a majority of users. The HH emphasizes UX optimization for conversion. Question 20. The most significant aspect of a recent alliance between Hotel Sierra and a local cleaning product brand is the joint promotion of eco-certifications. However, some guests question the validity of these certifications. How can Hotel Sierra most credibly address these concerns? A. Redirect guests to the cleaning brand's homepage. B. Provide in-room literature showing third-party verification and ecolabel standards. C. Announce the alliance only in press releases, not in guest-facing platforms. D. Discontinue the partnership to avoid further scrutiny. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Transparency and education are key in sustainability communication, showing certified ecolabels. E.g. Episafer Choice Green Seal aligns with ISO 14024 principles, redirecting A. Offloads responsibility, avoiding communication. C. Reduces trust. Ending partnerships. D. Without factual resolution suggests get CHH guidelines stress credible, verifiable messaging in eco-marketing. Question 21. The evolution of visual storytelling has encouraged Azuria Housekeeping director to picture behind-the-scenes video campaign showing cleaning protocols. However, management is skeptical about the ROI. What is the strongest justification for using content marketing in this context? A. It humanizes the staff and builds trust in service quality. B. It guarantees increased revenue from YouTube monetization. C. It replaces the need for online reputation monitoring. D. It minimizes operational costs by shifting to digital. Answer. Correct answer. A. Explanation. Visual storytelling in hospitality builds transparency, authenticity, and emotional connection with guests. Content marketing emphasizes value over direct sales. Content Marketing Institute 2023. YouTube monetization. B. Isn't guaranteed. Online reputation. C. Requires continuous engagement. Operational costs. D. Are not primarily affected by this stretch. CHHE guidelines promote brand trust through emotionally resonant content. Question 22. In response to rising traveler demand for local experiences, Mr. Tomlin partners with a regional laundry cooperative using traditional techniques. Guests are informed through in-room tent cards. Which principle best supports the strategic value of this partnership? A. It reduces marketing budget by outsourcing guest communications. B. It supports local economies and aligns with experiential travel trends. C. It replaces in-house quality controls with external verification. D. It shifts legal responsibility for laundry services to the partner. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Strategic partnerships in hospitality often aim to enhance authentic guest experiences while supporting local economic sustainability. Sustainable tourism guidelines. Option B aligns with CHHE sustainability goals and experiential positioning. Reducing budget. A is a byproduct, not a strategic goal. Option C may dilute quality control. Legal deflection. D risks compliance and guest dissatisfaction. Question 23. Contrary to popular belief, influencer marketing isn't just about follow account. Modi invites micro-influencer known for eco-conscious living to experience and post about the hotel's green housekeeping initiatives. Which metric would best measure success of this collaboration? A. Number of influencers followers. B. Click-through rate on the unique affiliate link provided. C. Number of media outlets covering the influencer's stay. D. The influencer's self-reported satisfaction level. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Click-through rate (CTR) on affiliate links tracks direct engagement and action, offering a measurable ROI aligned with CH's performance-based marketing. Follow account. A is vanity metric. Media coverage. C helps branding but may not lead to bookings. Self-reported satisfaction. D is subjective and anecdotal. FTC guidelines also require influencers to disclose sponsored content for ethical transparency. Question 24. Focusing specifically on campaign ROI, Mr. Elias wants to evaluate the success of a seasonal housekeeping upsell campaign offering early check-in with deep room cleaning. Which KPI is most appropriate for evaluating financial success? A. Page views on the upsell landing page. B. Increase in housekeeping staff overtime hours. C. Conversion rate and revenue per upsell package. D. Guest survey open-ended comments. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Conversion rate and revenue per upsell package directly measure monetary effectiveness, crucial for EHU's campaign evaluation. Page views. A. Show awareness, not action. Overtime hours. B. Reflect staffing needs, not ROI. Survey comments. D. Are qualitative and less reliable for immediate financial evaluation. EHH frameworks emphasize evidence-based decisions through measurable results. Question 25. During the process of allocating marketing resources, ING must decide whether to invest more in guest retention or new customer acquisition for a loyalty-driven housekeeping service. Which decision aligns best with cost-effective resource allocation? A. Focus primarily on acquiring new guests through paid ads. B. Invest in loyalty programs to increase return visits and advocacy. C. Cut spending on both and rely solely on word of mouth. D. Prioritize influencer marketing over operational improvements. Answer. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Acquiring new customers is often 5-7 times more expensive than retaining existing ones. Harvard Business Review 2014. Investing in loyalty boosts lifetime value, referrals, and satisfaction. Word of mouth. C is powerful but insufficient alone. influencers. D. Help acquisition but don't strengthen retention. CHHE practices support balanced marketing budgets with strong guest lifecycle management. Question 26. Examining the consequences of poor survey design, is Rivera notices the hotel's guest feedback on cleanliness is either extremely positive or completely absent. What is the most likely cause of this feedback gap? A. The survey questions are too complex and industry-specific. B. The survey was never distributed to guests. C. The survey only allows yes-no answers, limiting expression. D. Guests are unwilling to share opinions about housekeeping. Answer. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Overly binary survey structures, yes-no, limit nuance and discourage meaningful feedback. Open-ended or Likert scale questions provide actionable insights. Qualtrics, 2022. Complex questions, A, may cause confusion but wouldn't produce binary patterns. Absence of distribution, B, would result in zero data. Disinterest, D, contradicts common behavior. Cleanliness is often cited in both praise and complaint. CHHE encourages data-rich, actionable research tools. Question 27. To better understand ethics in green advertising, CHHE plans to promote a new chemical-free housekeeping process but lacks certification. What is the most ethically sound marketing strategy? A. Highlight the absence of toxins without implying certification. B. Use third-party eco-labels regardless of formal approval. C. Emphasize eco-benefits while disclaiming scientific proof. D. Market it as a green certified to compete with others. Answer. Correct answer, A. Explanation. Truthful claims about specific observable features, e.g., no ammonia, are allowed, but general certification terms must be verifiable under FTC green guides. Option A. Balances transparency with compliance. Using logos without approval. B. Is misleading. Marketing without proof. C. D. Risks reputational and legal damage. CHHE encourages truth in marketing and adherence to ethical disclosure standards. Question 20. From a practical standpoint, is Santiago receives repeated complaints about linen quality in reviews, though internal audits show compliance with standards. Which response strategy best demonstrates reputation management excellence? A. Ignore complaints since internal metrics show no fault. B. Acknowledge concerns publicly and investigate guest expectations. C. Ask the platform to delete the reviews for misinformation. D. Reply to all reviews with a scripted thank you message. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Acknowledging public concerns while investigating allows proactive service recovery and guest perception alignment. Reputation protocols require guest-centric, empathetic responses. Ignoring reviews A. Erodes trust. Deletion C. Rarely succeeds and suggests evasion. Scripted responses D. Lack personalization and appear insincere. Service perception matters as much as service delivery. Question 29. The impact of local radio advertising is being reconsidered by Mr. Foster to attract older, loyalty-driven travelers to his Heritage Inn. He wants to promote new housekeeping protocols without alienating guests unfamiliar with technology. What message design would work best for this demographic? A. Use industry terms like HEPA filtration and ultrasonic sanitation. B. Focus on reassurance, safety, and simplicity using clear language. C. Skip protocol details and only highlight pricing promotions. D. Use QR codes for more information on air and direct listeners to app-only booking. Answer. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Effective broadcast messaging must resonate emotionally, especially for older demographics. Up Consumer Trends 2021. Reassurance and safety communicated simply boost credibility. Technical jargon may confuse. Promotions alone. C. Don't build trust. App exclusive offers and QR codes. D. Assume tech fluency and limit accessibility. CHE standards recommend multi-generational marketing inclusivity. Question 30. With respect to internal communication, Gordon finds that guest satisfaction scores are dropping during weekends. She suspects the new weekend housekeeping staff are unaware of revised cleanliness standards. Which solution best improves cross-shift communication? A. Post new SOPs in break rooms and expect team members to review them. B. Send mass emails to all staff, regardless of shift, about updates. C. Conduct short shift change briefings and require feedback acknowledgement. D. Trust supervisors to relay information in their own way. Answer. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Effective internal communication requires real-time engagement, clarity, and feedback confirmation. Briefings reinforce priority messages and allow staff to ask questions, aligning with CH's communication competency standards. Breakroom posters A. Lack urgency. Mass emails B. May go en route, relying solely on supervisor discretion. D. Creates inconsistencies. Communication CHHE. Clarity, timeliness, and consistency.